Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Glossy Philosophy. My name is Jansen Binman and today we are talking about how to clean your brushes. A subscriber recently contacted me and asked if I could talk about how to clean your makeup brushes and also what I was doing in my makeup tutorials when I was talking about just wiping down my brushes in between going from colors or just trying to get excess eyeshadow off. And she asked for something really detailed and really specific. I've already chatted with her about it, but I thought there are probably other people who would really find this kind of video beneficial. And so I'm going to walk you through a couple different ways to clean your brushes and how to maintain them so that you can have them for a really, really long time. So let's get started. First of all, my brushes, as you can tell, I'm not going to say that they're filthy because they're not. I take very good care of my brushes. These are my personal brushes. These are not my kit brushes. So my personal brushes, I do a deep clean probably every other week unless I have a major breakout or I'm sweating a lot because it is the summer, even though it's very chilly this morning. That's why I'm dressed in long sleeves. But in the summer, sometimes you have to deep clean your brushes a little bit more. But before we get into deep cleaning, let's just talk about daily maintenance. So if you don't change your eyeshadow colors on a regular basis, you're probably okay with just a quick swipe off on a towel, which is what I'm doing in the makeup tutorial. So when I'm looking down and I'm taking something like the 217 and just doing this, all I'm doing is I'm grabbing a white towel, and you can tell that this is a towel that I use to do exactly that. This is a towel that I got from IKEA in a pack of like 5 or 10 or something like that. And this is what its purpose is. I don't use this to clean my face. I don't use this for anything else. This is one of my brush cleaning towels. I like them to be white so that I can see that the makeup is actually coming off. So all I'm doing, if my hand is the table and I'm looking down, I'm literally just swirling my brush around, and that will get any excess eyeshadow off. So if you're doing a quick change and you need to have a brush that is almost like new, or you've used a very saturated color and you want to blend it out a little bit more, but you only have one brush, or you want to use the same brush, then that's exactly what you should do. So you're just doing little circles. You're being really gentle. You're not pressing the brush into the towel, just really, really gently, and you will see that that excess powder is coming off. It won't work as well as a clean brush, but it will do a pretty good job. So that is for quick changes. It works much better for powders than it does with liquids and gels. However, when I was using my same angled brush for my eyeliner and my brows, it did work in a very short, amount of time, but I did find that I had to do a little bit of a deeper clean on a regular basis for that specific brush, just so that I wasn't mixing the gel and the powders and creating bacteria on my product. So we have a really quick and easy clean, which you can do on a daily basis or while you're doing your own makeup. And then you definitely need some kind of a brush cleaner. This is not going to give you a deep clean. This is just like a quick clean. So this is what you're using in between the deep cleans. This is when you have like your foundation brush and it looks like it's gotten really saturated, or my duo fiber brush definitely gets kind of gunky after a few uses because it's so fluffy. So how do we clean these brushes? You're going to take something like the MAC brush cleaner. A bunch of companies have their own brush cleaner. It's mostly alcohol based, so it's sanitizing it as well. You're going to just squirt a little bit into your brush towel, so about that much, depending on how many brushes you need cleaned. You'll take your brush and you'll literally just swirl it into the area that you have just put that cleanser on, and you just keep swirling until the brush looks much better and much, much cleaner. And you might even have to go on multiple sides, especially if you're using a lot of liquids and creams with the same brush on a daily basis, it is going to get a little clogged. So that's one side. You can tell that the brush is already so much better. So I'm just going to flip my towel and do the same thing until it's pretty clean. Again, I'm being pretty gentle with this, although I am pressing a little bit more because I do want it to get a little bit of a deeper clean. However, you don't want to press so hard that you distort the bristles. So if you have older brushes that are natural hair, you want to be really gentle with those guys because they are not sold anymore. And if you have more synthetic, I feel like you can be a little bit rougher with them because synthetic really just means plastic or plastic coating, something like that. So they can handle a little bit more rough and tough. Okay, so that's pretty good for like once, twice, even 3 times a week cleaning in between the deeper cleans. And this is going to just help your brush act closer to a freshly clean brush. It's also not going to give you residue from yesterday's makeup. And again, it's really important to keep your brushes clean so that you're not putting yesterday's skincare, yesterday's makeup back on your face, especially if you have acnegenic skin or you have rashes or, you know, anything that's going on. Our skin changes on a daily basis. So just be aware, take stock of what your face is doing. If it feels like you're getting some breakouts, you might just need to clean your brushes and you might just need to clean your makeup a little bit. So again, you have just wiping it off on the towel for just really quick changes. And then you have a brush cleanser for those in between when you need to do a little bit of a deeper clean. Now, a truly clean brush can only happen if you use some kind of a shampoo. You can use a brush shampoo specific, like Bobbi Brown makes a really lovely one, or you can be like me and most makeup artists, and we use like baby shampoo or really soft shampoo. I have personally found that the brand Honest is a phenomenal brand for washing my brushes. It seems to clean them like I've never seen a brush shampoo clean before. You know it's going to be good for natural hair because it's good for babies. You know it's going to be okay for synthetic because it's just plastic. So it works for all kinds of brushes. Now, how do you clean your brush? You can buy one of those mitts. I know Sigma sells one, and that will definitely help. If you like to paint your nails, that is definitely going to save your nail polish. Or if you tend to get drier, especially in the winter, from all the continual hand washing, just slipping on a brush cleansing glove that has little ridges to help you get all of that product out of the brush can be really great. But you can also wear just like latex, non-latex gloves as well, just to save the skin on your hands. For today's purposes, we aren't going to use gloves because honestly, I don't really use them, although I probably should because I do like to wear nail polish and my hands do dry out. But you know, you do what you can. So I'm just going to put one pump in the palm of my hand. So one pump is quite a bit, at least with the Honest it is. And then I'm going to grab a bigger brush. So this is the BK Beauty 101. And I'm going to just kind of saturate it with a little bit of that shampoo. I'm going to turn on my faucet. And I feel like the temperature depends on you. You don't want to get it too hot because then you're scalding your skin. So you don't want to do that. But if you go too cold, maybe that's uncomfortable as well. So whatever your personal preference, I like somewhere on the cooler medium side because if I'm washing all of these brushes, you know, protect your skin. So all I'm going to do is I'm just kind of working that shampoo into my brush and you will start to see product coming out. And as you see it come out, you just really gently want to help it on its way, and you want to try really hard not to get water along this metal part. This metal part is called the ferrule, and that is where all that glue is holding all of those brush hairs, those synthetic or natural brush hairs together. If you feel like you're losing a lot of brush hairs, you're getting it too wet. You really want to focus on like a third of the way down because you're probably not pressing your brush so hard against your skin that the product is going in that deeply. That will also elongate the life of your brush. And then it's just like with the MAC cleaner, you just go until you've got all of that product out. So again, I'm just swirling. I find with my foundation bronzer brushes, I need to do it possibly twice, and my concealer brushes too, because I'm just using them quite a bit. I'm using them every day, and they just need a little bit of a deeper clean. My eyeshadow brushes usually clean up really, really quickly. And I'm also, as I'm working the product out, I am helping the brush maintain its natural shape. I don't want to distort it, so I'm being really, really gentle, and that is a really great clean. So then once I'm satisfied with how clean the brush is, I'm just going to squeeze out the excess into my sink. I'm going to take my towel. I'm going to take a clean towel. I have a lot, obviously. Okay, right? It's just for makeup. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to grab any excess, always working in the same direction that the hairs are on your brush. And I'm going to try to dry it down as much as possible, because when you deep clean your brush, you need to give it at least, I would say 12 to 24 hours, depending on what kind of hair it is, if it's synthetic or natural, before you can use it again. You do not want to put a wet brush into powder, because you are just asking for spreading bacteria, and you could possibly ruin your makeup product, your powder makeup product. So that is a very nice clean brush. It is going to function like it is brand new. It is going to give you the best application. So in the long run, that's what you want to do. So do that once a week if you have very sensitive skin, acnegenic skin, or breakouts, or anything is like erupting on the face, or if you're using a lot of foundation or creams, something like that. If you're not, every other week I think is totally fine, as long as you are maintaining with a quick cleanse from either MAC or another brand. So then how do we clean our brushes? We don't want to put them back sitting up like this, because then the water is going to run again into that ferrule, and it is going to eat away at the glue. So you want to set your brush horizontally, and the best thing to do is to lay it somewhere where the air can circulate all the way around the brush hair, even if it's synthetic, because that way it's going to dry so much faster. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Please never feel afraid to reach out to me, either personally or in the comment section with questions, because I bet that somebody else is wondering the same thing. Sometimes I'm not sure what you guys know, what you don't know, what you want to know, what you don't want to know, and we always have to be aware that there are new people that are coming in to the Glossy crew, and we need to welcome them as well with the information. So again, please feel free to leave me comments with questions or things that you're interested in learning a little bit more deeply about. So thank you again for watching. I do beauty videos every Friday, fashion videos every Wednesday, Monday dealing with specific edits and travel capsules to make your life a little bit easier and a little bit more glossy. So hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!